Yeah. Like, who's he talking to? Us or himself?
Please roll.
Yeah, just roll
please,
it. Who cares?
I hope you were...
Start the fucking show!
I hope you were fucking...
Hit the fucking button! Get in the room! The room! Get in the fucking break room!
I don't even know if we're going to make it through this episode. I got to get this cable off the fucking...
He said he couldn't be done.
The whole episode here today.
We're back.
We're back. We're back in the lab. Oh my God, we're all gonna die. This is it.
We're good. It's the phlegm from the soda. And we're back, baby. The Break Room, episode 5. Woo! Woo! So, welcome back, guys.
We're off to a great
We're
start.
off to a great start because we're all just tired and caffeinated, and we're just kind of confused because our bodies don't know whether to crash or
You have to excuse
keep
my
going.
friend.
It's
He's
like,
dead tired.
It's like the Energizer Bunny with like a rechargeable battery plugged into the wall. Like I know I'm supposed to keep going, but the
And
fucking
going,
power doesn't
and
stop,
going,
so I don't know
and
what to do. It just doesn't stop. It's like fucking 40 years, and that poor fucking bunny has not gotten to stop. It's
That
like,
son of a
why do they
bitch.
fuck over bunnies in commercials? I mean, look at the Trix Rabbit. He never got to have that cereal, and
That's
I
for
felt
kids,
so
though.
terrible.
Yeah,
Those kids are
bastards.
shitheads.
But the
Those
tricks are
fucking
for kids.
assholes. And then there's the other asshole kids running after the leprechaun. He's just trying to eat his fucking breakfast. And these cocksuckers have to come
A
along.
man like me just wants his breakfast. And they have to
Right?
worry about these fucking assholes chasing after his
They're
Lucky
always
Charms.
bastards.
Unbelievable.
Are you talking about the little Keebers? The Keebler
Keebler
elves?
elves?
No,
No,
those are
those
his
are the
cousins.
kids.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah. The
ginger
kids that trick
oppression.
the rabbit.
I have
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
say.
tricks
the
are for
rabbit.
kids.
You know, the tricks
City
for
rabbit
kids.
tricks are for kids.
Rabbit season, duck season, fire. You're despicable.
Holy shit. Well, boys, you've been playing Halo this whole week, I'm assuming.
Terribly, by the way. You know.
I've been
We've
loving
been
it.
playing Halo to the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
We
That's the
have
problem.
no fucking sleep.
Well, those of us that can
We're
stay
all
awake.
fucking
That's why
shot
this
to
is
shit.
Yeah, this is why this is.
It'd be
so
nice
bad.
if I had the time for that, but unfortunately.
It would be
Yeah.
nice.
I have
all
school
of us have played
obligations.
together except
Except
Zach.
you.
So Zach
Listen,
is.
Zach.
I'm in
just
college.
too-
I have
too
it's
good.
finals week. I have two 10-page papers due. What the fuck do you want from me?
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, poor me. I gotta fucking graduate. I'm 24 years old. I need to graduate.
You're
Good
gonna grow up and
mentality. I like
realize
that,
that
though.
degree does all guts in the real fucking world.
It'll get me a job.
Not
Doesn't have to pay
all.
super well out of the gate, but it's a job. I need to work.
Jobs.
I want to pay off my mom's mortgage. What do you want from me? I want to be a good son.
It's nice. It's a nice thing.
I got
Nice
it.
intentions.
Doing the right thing. What can you
Yeah,
say?
no, I'd like to be a content creator,
out
but you
there,
know,
you
you
know?
need funds to be a content creator.
They make
Unfortunately,
you spend
God.
$1 million and then they pay you $500,000 back. It's like, get the fuck out of
I
here.
wish I could have
it's
$500,000.
you know, it's but that's the drive. We all want to do our own thing at the end of the day. You know, we all want to have a lot of free time, and to get a job that gives you that, you have to be your own boss.
I can't
Yeah,
afford
work
to
for
pay
yourself.
attention.
You know? Work for
I'm
yourself is
allergic
the
to
only-
making money. I break out in debt. So.
What'd you say?
So now, you know, Halo is very successful at the moment.
the
Still in
moment.
beta.
It's not even out yet.
It's not even
It will
out
be
yet.
By the time
Thank
you
you,
watch this
Game
episode.
Pass.
Hell
Speaking
yeah.
of
So
Game
what, December
Pass,
8th?
Pow.
So with that, though, because it's so successful, you can see Sony wants to launch a Game Pass
Mimic.
competitor. Mimic.
Mimic.
Hey, I'll take that Mimic. They're saying that you're supposed to be able to play PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games on there.
Hell yeah.
So any games come to mind that you might want to play from those catalogs? If you had
Absolutely.
to pick from
Yeah,
PS1, 2, and 3, like maybe a top title that you
I
might.
mean, as someone who didn't really invest a lot of money in PS3, PS4, PS5, I don't own a PS5. I would get a PS5 if they started putting some backwards compatibility in there. I'd love to play Metal Gear Solid again, the original one. I would love
that's a
to
good
if
one.
they could somehow, by hook or by crook, make it online. SOCOM 1 and 2. I mean, how much fun would that be? I love those games.
that
Splinter
might,
Cell
that might
just makes
sink
me-
Halo. It should.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The only thing that can
Oh,
sink
no.
Halo is 343 Industries.
Pretty much.
Is mistakes and fumbles. They seem to be listening and doing a good job. So
Oh, and you know, for a beta, it's really it's got its gripes. You know,
yeah. Oh
there's
yeah.
definitely some things like fuck every other weapon besides the commando because I can't.
Wait,
shoot
wait.
people with- besides that and the pistol, but
You gotta
we'll
use a
get to
battle
that.
rifle, dude.
We're getting to that.
29 kills,
But-
3 deaths, 18 assists, 50 XP.
Crushing
Thank you.
it. But it seems to
Fuck,
be.
am I gonna do a 50
deaths, 3
XP?
kills. Go fuck myself.
It seems to be the business model of success. Getting Game Pass, getting flexibility and cross-compatibility into PC is probably a big thing for Sony right now, because that, I think, is the edge that Microsoft has. You can't get your hands on systems. You can't get your hands on whether PS5, Series X. But if you have a PC... Oh, yeah. Well, hey, you're in the group. You subscribed.
I'm just good at getting PlayStations. I don't know.
Hit this guy up for PlayStations,
I
dude.
got 3 PlayStations already, you know? Listen, I help my friends out. That's all. I want them to...
Scalper.
But
again,
I have one.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
I'm not a on the book. I'm not a scalper. I sell them to my friends because they want them. Well, I sold it to my friend for retail value.
100 million.
And for a friend, retail. But for you, $550 plus tip.
We're plugging here. Can't you tell? We're plugging his reseller thing.
No, $550. That's it. $550 plus tip. Unless if you're a friend, I'm only selling it to friends. So sorry.
You figure it's looking successful. It gives you a lot of flexibility. That's why I'm playing. I don't have an Xbox, but it allows me to play with everybody. I feel
like the PlayStation needs a big shot in the arm because they're years away from a big title coming out, and they don't really have a big multiplayer friends gathering community type game. They have single player games and they're awesome, which is probably why I've stayed away from the PlayStation brand over the last couple of generations, because I like to play with my friends. I fucking work all week. I come home, I'm exhausted. I want to fuck around on Xbox Live, and even if I don't play a game, I just want to bullshit. You know, I just want to talk. I want to fuck around. PlayStation doesn't really have that experience. They have really quality single player games. You know, looking forward to God of War, Wolverine, Spider-Man. Again, can't play with your friends. So what are they going to do to kind of bridge that gap? There's a lot in the catalogs of PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 that they can pull from to kind of get that going.
Yeah, agreed. Sweet, what would be your preferred what would you play if you had access to PS1, PS2, PS3?
Dukes of Hazzard.
That's Dookie's a hazard.
No,
wipe his ass with the PlayStation 5 then.
One thing I didn't think about was SOCOM, and Joe said,
bastard, you stole mine.
Well, Joe said it first.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said SOCOM.
I blacked out.
I'll just go fuck myself.
SOCOM is definitely, you know, SOCOM's a big one. Metal Gear, of course, too. Joe said it. I'm gonna come up with one out of left field here. Road Rash.
Oh, that was great. Those are awesome.
Road Rash was fucking sick. You're on a motorcycle. You could fucking
whipping everyone with the
smack
chain.
people off. Yeah, whipping them with the chains and shit. It was a great racing game. And now there is a game called Road Redemption, which if you've ever played Road Rash, is a very good. Like they tried to pretty much remake Road Rash.
Okay.
But you know, if they could bring back Road Rash, that'd be pretty cool. Along with so.
I got another one real quick for you guys. Maybe you've played it. It's on PlayStation 1. Tenchu Stealth Assassins.
Fucking great, man. That's an awesome one. That's all I could think of when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Tenchu, right?
Bring back Tenchu.
Yeah, bring back Tenchu.
I love that shit. That was a great one.
It's a stealth game. You're a ninja, and it just had some of the best assassinations. It was way ahead of its time.
It's on my alley, then.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, man. It was really good stealth game. Before, the era of, let's say, Splinter Cell. I think Splinter Cell is probably one of the top stealth games.
Tenchu was before that.
Yep.
What about you, Zach? What do you like from that catalog?
You know, I would probably want to replay Drive. The Drive series is probably one of
Wait, Driver or Drive?
I think it's Drive.
Driver was
Driver's where you can get out of the car and you have your own.
You couldn't get out of the car and drive.
No, I think Drive is one where you can get out. You can have your own downtown penthouse. You get out of the car and it's very immersive in the driving experience. I forgot. I'm gonna find the exact name and you're gonna see a picture of it right here. I think it's the second one is the best. That would be up there. Final Fantasy VI I would like to replay. I know I can play it on PC, but I don't know. I'd rather play the actual game than the port. That's just me though. That's also a game I would like to see remade at some point, like Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, remakes.
Well, Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy has had a very good history with remakes.
Love it. Can't wait for the next part.
They've had a very awesome jump out of the gate. And the modern adaptations of Final Fantasy have been very good.
Yeah, the new 7 remakes, impressive. I didn't like the original Final Fantasy 7.
There's a lot of reading.
It's a lot of reading. It's RPG. It's easy to get lost. When I see games like that,
you don't know where to go.
Tough. See, that's why
if you don't
Pokemon
read,
worked for me, because you follow the route and it takes you around the map. You really almost can't fuck up.
See, I enjoy open world RPGs though, like that, like JRPGs, so I don't mind it. I'm playing actually Octopath Traveler right now, which is in a way a reimagining of the traditional JRPG, like the 16-bit JRPG like you think of with Final Fantasy, except it's
Chrono Trigger or something.
kind of like Chrono Trigger, except it's HD graphics. Where imagine like Minecraft, but with like just pimped out texture packs, like
Nice.
4K texture packs. And it's a very interesting remake and remaster of a JRPG. So Final Fantasy VI, Drive 2, and then I think that's maybe just for fun. Like I used to play a lot of NASCAR games when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Because when I
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, Rick and Bob, shake and bake, the Magic Man.
Ain't no more shake and bake now than Magic Man El Diablo. Come on.
Shake and bake.
When I lived upstate, my family used to be big into NASCAR because that's
They do up there.
yeah, that's what they do up there.
Humble fuck.
Basically
and,
all they got.
yeah, and
They got the Buffalo Bills, dude.
my dad used to be a big
It's a
fan
good
of
fucking New York football team right there.
It's like the only New York football team because they all play in jerseys.
number 28, Ricky Rudd. He was the person we watched. No family,
Ricky Bob, baby.
no correlation to me at all.
If
But,
you ain't first, you're last.
So we watch him, and then my dad used to have a lot of NASCAR games, and the original ones were cool because you like start up. I think this was the beginning of like you start in like the minors and work up to the majors, kind of like how a lot of the MLB does it, and NFL now does a half-assed attempt at it.
I'd rather watch paint dry than watch NASCAR.
He drove in a circle
Yeah.
faster than everyone else.
I hate.
That shit's got to be exciting to go to, though. As far as they're doing 220, that shit's got to be crazy.
I hate.
To watch.
I don't like watching it, but
Maybe in person, but
That's what I mean.
on
Going to it.
playing it's fun because you can play the abbreviated version. So if you do like 15 laps, it's not that bad, and it's
I play a shitload of Gran Turismo, so I know all about that circuit racing.
Laps.
Holy
yeah,
shit,
I
laps.
enjoy racing games. I'd like
Me
to
too.
get a nice steering wheel one day to
Same.
like full because I have a VR headset too. So like Assetto Corsa, I think is the name of the game.
Careful. I tried Rob's VR headset on one of the racing games,
Yeah.
and that's the only time I got like disoriented because when you're traveling forward
Yeah,
and you turn your head, when you're doing that like in reality,
yeah,
the momentum,
Yeah.
and the physics of your brain tell you, oh, I'm still going this way when I'm looking this way.
yeah.
When you do that in VR, it fucks up your whole inner ear.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're supposed to be feeling that.
Yeah.
So high quality VR, they'll actually have you dipped in a chair.
Yeah.
Backwards, so it gives that sensation of acceleration and momentum.
Have you ever tried like a roller coaster in VR?
No, I haven't.
Well, Disney and
See
like,
that shitty thing at the
Disney
mall.
Universal.
I did something
Well-
similar to that. There's a game called Harmonix Music that came out for the PlayStation 4, and it essentially
remember that.
you can put your own music on a thumb drive and put it on the PlayStation,
That's right.
and it will create like a kaleidoscope roller coaster that reacts to your music. and you look
that's
around
cool.
and all the shit's like dancing to your music. And
This is where I feel old because
probably my favorite thing that came out for the VR of anything. Like that's why I can't get rid of my PlayStation VR. Like the Valve Index, I played it a little bit. I played like the Creed boxing game a little bit. They had some shooting stuff that's cool. But I gotta say the lack of that harmonics thing like diminishes some of the enjoyment, even though it's a higher quality.
Check
VR headset.
Facebook Marketplace for the Valve Index that Rob is about to sell.
I have the HTC Vive, so I got it for like $300. So it's like I have to like try it, for that low of a price when it was like still relatively new.
We're definitely in the trial phase of VR still. It's in its infancy, but
It's either I don't know if I'd say it's in its infancy. I would say it's at a make or break point. But that's a topic for another day. What's your favorite game that you want to see, Vin?
you guys said good ones. Tenchu, SOCOM. It's funny because you guys brought up SOCOM in the previous episode, and I never played SOCOM. It was at the moment when I got rid of my PlayStation 2 to get Xbox, because SOCOM was still rumored to come out with the network adapter for PlayStation 2 you'd have to buy, and I was so interested because it did have the voice commands with the headset, and I was like, oh, that's going to be sick, like a tactical shooter.
AOL DSL. You've got mail.
But other titles that I feel like I can't play, Max Payne. Max Payne.
That's backwards compatible on Xbox now.
Oh, it is on the library? Yeah. Okay, so that would definitely be one because I love Max Payne
whole-
3 for PS4. So there's a good example, too, of where Game Pass, it's got that edge. You can
guys
access
remember
that library.
Gex?
Gex, yeah, Gex the Lizard.
Yeah.
That was like a Ratchet and Clank. Was that by
So,
Insomniac?
That was a good
It
humor.
might have
on that.
been, but
Oh.
I remember Gex Enter the Gecko.
Yes, I had that on
Enter the
Like
PC.
the sequel.
Had that on
and
PC.
That was a hell of a lot of fun. Had a lot of like cultural references and
Yes,
stuff.
it did.
Sick.
You know, they had like a James Bond motif. They were playing that music and stuff.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed that series. The original Medal of Honor. That was a really
That
good
was
game.
great.
I remember
the
seeing
beach
the
landing?
commercials on TV.
I don't know if
That
those
was
are going to
Rising
hold
Sun.
up, though.
It was the first game where you could
No,
like
the
pick up an
original,
enemy grenade
the
and throw it
original
back.
Medal of Honor was the, Normandy beach landing. It was the opening scene. I know they redid it
So
later
good.
for either
Rising
PS2.
Sun was
Rising Sun.
That was the
Rising Sun was
Pacific.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
That was all the
I
Pacific.
played that. That game was fucking
That was
phenomenal.
the first online game I
Phenomenal.
ever played on PlayStation 2.
Those were good,
Red
man. They had an
Medal of
edge.
Honor, that was like one of the only few games, and then SOCOM, and SOCOM was just so much better.
I remember when Medal of Honor was first, and then Call of Duty started coming out, and I was like, Call of Duty is such a ripoff of Medal of Honor.
Right.
But they got that edge. They whatever.
R.I.P. Medal of Honor.
Yeah, that's dead. That's dead. So PS1 is now 27 years old. We just read that before we got on here.
Jesus.
That makes me feel awful. So, but 27 years of PlayStation. I mean, that's it's got a good history.
Hold on
That
a second.
I mean,
27? 'Cause I'm
PS1?
30. It didn't come out when I was 3.
Yeah, it did. 1995.
it's old, dude. I was a
PlayStation
kid.
1?
I remember I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
I was going to my friend's house whose older brother was playing Resident Evil 2. That's when I first saw.
And in
PlayStation
27 years,
1.
they still have
And I think
fucking
he had
same
it
goddamn
before
thumbsticks.
America had it.
Well, to be
Yeah, I
fair,
guess
when
that's-
the original PlayStation came out,
I
it
didn't
did
have
not
thumbsticks.
have
I
them.
It had no
didn't have
thumbsticks.
Ape
Yeah.
Escape was the first game that required you to have them.
So,
in the game.
Like, oh
Make
my
fucking offset thumbsticks, Sony, please.
Yeah, they can never. I know.
Just
that's-
fucking-
That's,
I don't
that's
wanna hear it.
iconic.
I give you.
You could get the Scuff
Yeah.
gaming ones.
Oh, God, that's
The
I would
newer
never
ones
buy
are
third
good.
party
They have a
anything
lot more
ever.
tech.
Yeah,
that's a
never.
waste of money.
No, I got the Astro
like-
C40, and it's
you have
a
the
great
Astro.
controller, and you could actually take out the modules and move them around. So I have them Xbox style.
The cost of
and not only did that work on my PlayStation, but I use that now on PC to play Halo.
like a scuff controller though is ridiculous. It's like
Oh, it was like a $300
want
controller.
it's fucking
Yeah, I'm not paying
ridiculous.
It's a $300
Oh, another
ridiculous.
console for my
That's what the
console.
Xbox
I already
Elite 2
put
is
a
$200.
$400
That's
memory card into the
ridiculous
fucking
to
thing.
I used to work at Microsoft, and literally they never sold any of those. Like I could no one came in asking for the Elite controller. Usually they would buy the Razer controller because that was the Razer. It's a wired controller. They had a wireless variant, I think. It had RGB, it had the extra bumpers, and it had mechanical buttons and all that shit. And it was like 150, so a little less, but I don't know. Although I'm not much of a console player, so I can't speak up to that very much.
Hey, it comes up every 5 seconds though.
It
Halo.
does.
Halo. Everybody, Halo. I feel like we can't not talk about it, right?
Once again, fuck every weapon but the Commando.
Oh yeah, we got to definitely talk about the guns.
Why
'cause
don't
I
you
have-
like the
I have-
battle rifle?
yeah,
It's way
we-
better
I
than
hate
the.
it.
What do
I
you mean?
can't kill anybody with it. Can't.
No,
Well,
we're gonna
we
get
get
you.
you know what it
I
is?
wasn't a classic
Here's-
Halo player from like back in the day.
That's
but
what I'm
it's
thinking
like,
too.
I feel like I have a lot more accuracy with the Commando. I get
Okay.
zeroes in on them easier.
It's
It does
the new
more
DMR.
damage per shot. You know what I mean? It's not like a burst where I'm gonna hope that 50% of my rounds hit the guy. I know I'm hitting the guy every fucking round with that Commando.
So I think one thing that will help you, and you've never played any of the campaigns, right?
No.
So you never got that opportunity to work through the weaponry, kind of find how they
Like
work,
literally
get the
learned
feel.
everything baptism by fire.
Yeah, that's
So
learning
far.
through multiplayer
You're
is
not doing
tough.
that bad, Rob.
And we're also matchmaking with some
you're
of
too
Joe's
hard on yourself.
competition, and Joe's pretty good. So
Yeah, don't
I think
play
we're
ranked
playing.
with me. You're not gonna have
We're
fun.
playing some high-end players. Like you're not just jumping in. If you were playing by yourself, you'd have an easier time because
It's like when we were at your house, me, Sweet, and Zach all went like 30-0 because we're playing against people who just picked up the game.
But we are getting the campaign
Boogeyman,
next week, right?
you're the
December 8th.
boogeyman.
December 8th is the official launch of
yeah.
Halo
Oh,
Infinite.
yes. Oh yes.
Now is Halo Infinite part of the Master Chief Collection as well, like the
No.
old version? Or?
No, it's just going to be part of Game Pass. So if you're subscribing to Game Pass, you will have access day one. It is the
That campaign's
continuation.
gonna be massive.
I hope so.
I hope so.
They have a
I
lot.
fucking hope so.
Yeah, they have a lot to make up for.
Can't wait to see Craig the Brute. Want to see Craig the Brute?
You know what we never did? We got to go on to Sea of Thieves and get that Master Chief.
I actually
sales
did
set.
the other
You
night.
did?
I logged on to get it.
Nice.
I was going to get the pirate ship just because.
Is it over? Like you can't get it anymore?
Craig the
or-
Brute.
No, I think you have until the launch of the campaign.
December 1st.
You know what
right?
reference
Oh, no,
that's
I think it was the
Nope.
8th. I have to cough so bad.
So when Microsoft first showed Halo Infinite, like during the pandemic, and they
Yeah.
rushed like the trailer out, and everything wasn't like The graphics weren't done. The textures weren't finished.
That was rough.
It was just horrible. And then there was a shot where like he grapple hooks one of the brutes, and the brute's face turns, and it's just like a dead face.
Oh,
It's the
it
ugliest,
has no rendering,
yeah.
PS1.
like, and
Okay.
then he became like a phenomenon over the internet called Craig the Brute. There's so many memes and like music videos about him. It's fucking hilarious. And they actually put Easter eggs of Craig the Brute in the game, and I can't wait to see that.
That was smart for them to
cool.
delay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they
Yeah.
made that decision, because if you launched that game back then, it would have flopped, and that would have been.
I never kept up with any of the trailers or any of the hype or anything.
I have.
Because
I'm a Halo junkie.
They do a lot of obscure trailers too. It's not even really about the game. They'll do a lot of kind of what is it, like real life action sequences?
yeah,
like Chief in
trailers are
armor
a bunch of bogus nowadays. Trailers don't portray anything. I mean, game after game after game, nothing. I can't think of a single game where a trailer has really sold me on the game. Because it's all CG. None of
Not
it's
for
actual.
nothing, you can make a trailer look good to a shitty
Yeah,
game.
Rainbow Six.
It's like
Rainbow Six,
It's
prime
akin
example
to
of
like
that.
back
I
in
love
the,
Siege though.
back
Siege
in the
is
Se-
good,
back in
but
the
was
Atari and
good.
Sega Genesis days. You look at like a game.
Sega!
and the better the packaging on the art of the game, the worse the fucking game was.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely.
Always.
The worse.
Mega Man box art was like the worst box. It looked like He-Man, Mega Man on Nintendo Entertainment System. But you're talking about game trailers. Some of them can hit home. Some of them kind of just don't really do much for you. But for me, when I first saw the Gears of War trailer,
That was a good one.
man, you got amped for that. When
Gears
they-
5.
No, Gears 1. The
Oh,
original
okay,
Gears
yeah,
of
yeah,
War.
yeah.
When they played
I
that.
remember that.
Well,
I remember the trailer.
that's different. I feel like though, because it's an original title. I feel like when you're a sequel.
Far Cry
is
had a
little-
really good. Far
Cry 6 was pretty good. Yeah, I'll give it that. But
they had John
it didn't
Carlos
sell me on the
Besieged.
game, but it sold me on the story. But Gears of War, yes, that was
You
one.
don't remember that trailer? They had a great song. All around me are familiar
And that was the
faces,
first game. I thought it was the second one.
worn out places. Yeah.
I love Gears 1. Gears 1
The
was
first
amazing.
one.
All right, we're gonna have to insert a clip here because
Trailer is here.
When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad.
I mean, there's previews and there's when the actual gameplay comes out, that's when it sells me. But if it's just like the preview trailer, like the trailer shown at
Oh, sorry.
one of the big conferences are, I can't name
E3.
E3,
Halo
yeah.
2 trailer. That was the
Great
fucking
trailer.
one. That was the one. Give me a weapon. That was
Great
legit
trailer.
hype. That was definitely
Little
one
Steve
of the.
Vai.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna give the Covenant back their bomb. That was fucking awesome.
That soundtrack was amazing too. The Halo 2 soundtrack.
Marty.
Halo 2,
Marty O'Donnell.
O'Donnell, yeah.
He was the.
Halo 3 set.
Why'd you fucked him?
I'll never forget the end of Halo 3, trying to escape the imminent explosion on
That's
the
also
wall.
Oh,
Halo
which
1
was
as well.
annoying. No, not that it was annoying, but that was the Halo 1
Halo 1.
finisher
Yeah,
too.
finisher.
See, I never played Halo 1.
Oh,
So good.
hype.
I remember
Especially
trying to
on
get out of
Legendary,
there.
trying to
have to
live.
get
The
on
ring
that
is
Master
blowing
Chief
up, dude.
Collection.
I did that on Halo
You'll-
3. That's
You'll enjoy it.
I did
It's
the
a
Halo
fun
3 variant.
play, and it's really not too
Did
tough.
they update the controls to like
Yeah.
be more?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely you have the option for recon mode and whatever any other controller scheme over the last 15 years.
Bumper jumper.
I fucking hate the AR in the
Movie
game.
ads.
Can I go talk about? Wait, Chris, you had a thought about it.
Go.
Favorite parts of Halo?
What are our favorite parts? And then
Of
what's
Halo
something
Infinite?
that we don't.
Talking
that-
about Halo Infinite?
Yeah,
Halo Infinite so
we're into
far.
it. Like huge.
Let's say one thing that we
we're not
really
getting
like
paid.
that's really impressed us with Halo Infinite, and one thing that we would change, or one thing that we hate.
Everybody knows what I want to change. So.
All right, Vin. Well, let's start with you.
Fuck that AR. Fuck the AR. Fuck the AR. Fix the AR. It's too ranged. It has too much range for an automatic weapon, and it's a little too strong. So they gotta calm down with it.
You won't really care about that once you play ranked matches.
That's true. I know.
My
That's
feedback
true.
on that?
Shoot.
Get good.
Get good. Fucking what? Is that the only gun you use?
I'm kidding,
Yeah,
man.
fuck that gun. It's a little too. It's just a little too.
But the thing is,
a little
if
too accurate, a
everybody
little too
gets the
powerful.
benefit, if you have that same benefit.
So what's the
then-
point in using any other gun though? You know.
I mean,
especially on that close
I use
range.
the pistol more than anything.
Me too. That's definitely my
Pistols.
go-to
The
gun.
pistol's
that
like
thing's
OP.
OP.
That thing
is OP.
This is the best
They're gonna
sidekick.
change
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Both
I've taken out
guns
people with
are very
sniper rifles
powerful.
with the damn pistol.
No, I know, and I'm saying for game balance, because you really want to make sure that people are going after power, power weapons, whether it's rocks or whatever. You have to make sure that. I think Call of Duty's gone through this. Every game goes through this, and it's a constant tweaking. Destiny, like you have to tweak the weapons
A little bit.
a tiny bit. I don't want them to change it too much where it becomes unusable, because that's what tends to happen.
It's the Rainbow Six
I
effect.
like the way that everything feels right now.
Really?
I have no complaints.
Me too. I kind of really, I think it's strong.
I think the AR is like the best AR like in any Halo.
Yeah.
It's similar to the first one.
Yeah, but like the ARs in some of the other games, you just dump them. Like they're just junk
Yeah.
guns. You
Halo
don't even
3,
try to
dump it
compete. You don't
usually.
even try to like challenge with those guns. I can challenge anybody with an AR now in Halo.
Absolutely. You can take away their zoom.
Yeah, and now just really when you start going into like ranked matches, you're not really using AR. You really need to get proficient with that battle rifle, and we'll go through that. We'll get you there. Don't worry.
I think the
I'll remain off rank.
The campaign run would help them, because that gives you a lot of time and a lot of targets to figure out the gun, its power, and that 3-shot burst. Some people don't understand.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of travel, so you
Yeah.
want to lead.
Yeah.
So you have to shoot ahead of where they're going for all 3 to hit, and you hit them with 3 shots, they're dead.
Yeah, I love the gameplay. I love the 30-second like glory moments when me and Sweet are on a plane and we're flying in, and he's trying to grapple hook to another plane, and he's trying to grapple hook the flag to get back on the, what's the name of the plane called?
The Hornet.
The Hornet,
Right?
yeah.
The
To
Hornet.
get on top of the Hornet, and we just take the flag home the whole way. They can't
Is it
shoot
the
us, they
Hornet or
can't
the
kill us.
Wasp?
The Wasp.
It might be. It used to be the Hornet.
Used to be the Hornet. It's
back
called the
in the
Wasp.
day.
Yeah, the
It's
Wasp,
called
yeah.
the Wasp. I like
The plane,
that's
the
a
plane, the
little
plane.
different.
You
Yeah.
landed
Same
on my.
shit.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite part.
Yeah.
Is the team, the camaraderie.
Yeah,
That's
amazing.
what-
I mean, we had like
that's what
7 or
keeps me
8
coming
people in our
back.
party chat the other day. We're all playing Big Team Battle for hours on end,
Yeah.
screaming
5
like
hours.
fucking maniacs.
Oh my god.
That game, it is bringing back some of my video game rage. I haven't had that in a long time, and I am now back to yelling and slamming
I
the
swear to
desk a
God,
little
video
bit.
games are my therapy. Motherfucker!
This is where I go to relax. Fuck!
The only thing I really would change is again the battle pass. They've made it a little bit better. They added some better weekly challenges. They added some challenges at the start of the week where you get more XP and things like that. But my one gripe would probably be the customization.
Yeah.
You can't really trick out your Spartan like how you want, because you have to go through this blocked progression system inside the battle pass. You can't even pick like basic colors like green, blue, and purple and mix and match the colors, and then your emblems, like you have to pick pre-made emblem colors instead of picking what you want. So you can't really make your Spartan look truly unique. It has to be some sort of like template on it, which is my one gripe, I would say.
Did you see also in the Battle Pass, they have 2 reds and 2 blues. The free, and then there's one you unlock at level 40 and level 80.
Same.
They're the same. The only difference is the light is different. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's
Hopefully it's
The
placeholder.
unlockables on the battle pass are underwhelming.
yeah.
I have to say.
They're dog shit.
Well, my whole
It feels
thing
like a
too,
money grab.
I always had the. I had
That's
the
what it
It's a
feels.
free-to-play game. Of course, it's going to be a money grab.
Yeah, and not to be unfair, of course they
gotta
gotta make
expect
their
it.
money. But for that kind of progression and just basic customization, it's like, come on, like if
agree.
I've played 20 something hours of this game,
I should have some cool shit.
I should look up. Yeah,
I
already had
the
to pay
skull
20
with
something
the white
dollars.
Cowboy hat.
Well,
And
fuck.
that was like my thing. It was a white skull, white cowboy hat. That was my icon. And
Oh, yeah,
my,
yeah.
My guy was green and purple. He looked like the Green Goblin. And like you could choose 2 colors,
yeah.
green
Chris
and
is a
purple.
terror on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game.
Now it's like you have this color palette,
You're locked
and they
into
all
the-
look
yeah.
like these guys are fucking rolling around in dog shit.
Yeah, I don't.
They're
Yeah,
like
some of them are.
muddy.
I don't like high visibility stuff, so a lot of it is like red, white, and blue, and bright yellow,
like
and
the
I'm
fancy
always
shit.
going for gray.
Speaking
and
of customization,
camo
you
and-
said that you can actually change the highlighted color of your enemies now.
That's a good point. I didn't know that level of customization was there, but Joe can explain it.
Yeah, so I mean, you can, if you want to stand out more, if you want your enemies to stand out more, you can change them to show up as like a yellow hue instead of like a red hue. A lot of the pros are using like the yellow scheme for like the enemies to kind of be stand out visually. It definitely like helps a lot when you're playing in higher tiers and you're playing in Diamond 4, Diamond 5, and you're fucking dealing with all these cocksucking fucking cheaters on PC with their fucking aimbots and their fucking wall hacks. Fuck you! I'd like to go to your fucking house, knock on your door, and beat the fucking shit out of you.
Your fucking country clubs and your fucking TV show.
What the fuck are you doing on TV anyway?
I get calls from back home thinking you went batshit.
It's cool that they allowed that because the classic red versus blue was the Halo tradition. Now you get to keep your customizations and your colors through competitive. So that's why you have the team highlight ability. So now that you can paint your enemy yellow or pink or whatever.
Don't you ever go over my head again, motherfucker! You.
That
Went behind my back over my head.
That reminds me of what you just said. Reminds me of this is an iconic YouTube clip of an Xbox Live. Have you ever heard of Danny G before? Danny G from Birmingham.
No.
I'll show you the clip after. You're gonna see the clip right now.
You sent me a message first, yeah? I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the fucking brawl, come down Smethwick, ask for Danny G. I'll come out my house and I'll break your fucking legs, you little prick.
You said it exactly
Looks
like
like
that.
the Jay and Silent
I think
Bob
we upset
movie.
Harry Potter.
I've never watched Jay and
What was
Silent
it? Was that Clerks 2, Rob?
What's that?
Clerks 2, where they're reading from the the message boards and they go to the kid's door and they knock on his door.
Oh
and
no, it's
No,
Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Strike
Back.
Back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How many people want to kick some ass? Are you? Oh fuck! I wish I could remember one of the
username. Yeah.
Username.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
He was just like
Hold on, give
read
me a
it
sec.
and then like beat the living shit out of the kid.
Are you Megatron 128?
Chick Magnet Net Handle
Yeah, yeah,
Wampa
yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Zach has some criticism. Wait, who's
Yeah,
got?
well, we definitely broke rotation here, but
Yeah,
Zach,
we're
what's
killing
something
it.
that you would change
Hey.
about Halo?
I changed a lot of things actually.
I don't
Let's
have all
go.
night. I gotta go home.
Joe's leaving. He's flipping the tables over.
One or two.
No, I don't
You
have
get
a lot.
one. You get one. That's it.
For me, the biggest problem is server desync right now. Server desync is a horrible issue, where if you've ever had a melee hit that just kind of doesn't work,
Fucking melee
or
sucks.
you melee and you just go through someone, or you melee and completely lose someone, or you get killed around a corner, or you are driving a vehicle, you're down the stretch and you get killed out of nowhere, it's the server desync.
That's not the server desync. That's
No.
So you're the fucking
That's his
cheater.
username.
turn to the
Server
corner
desync.
and bopping. I've never had any problem with that.
No, you got
He's
piss in
fucking
your balls.
bopping.
I haven't seen.
Bop, 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 bop.
There's a clip that there's a distinction between client and server side, like
Hosting.
hosting.
Yeah.
I'll show you after again.
hostess with the most.
That'll be shown right here. But basically, there's someone driving a warthog, and the client and this is the same time essentially. The client side warthog is moving this way basically and driving around. The server side warthog is like glitched into a wall or glitched into like the floor or something. And the server side is what you're actually seeing.
You figure Microsoft having fucking Azure Cloud and them being one of the main providers of the internet,
Yeah.
they would have no
A little bit
server
of lag the other
issues.
night when
Yeah.
we played. The first time I've seen really horrendous lag.
That was
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
lag.
Where I was just like peppering this guy. I emptied my entire battle rifle clip into him.
Yeah.
And nothing
And I
happened.
reloaded the magazine again. I'm like, he won't fucking die!
Also,
Get away!
Also, the only other gripe I have, like major gripe, is playlists. I do not.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
They that needs to be
That's
fixed.
just a
We
beta
are
thing.
getting 3
Oddball.
playlists added
Oddball.
before the end of the year. They said they're bringing back Fiesta, they're bringing back SWAT,
Yeah.
and they're bringing back Free for All.
But I just
it's not
want-
enough.
I
Are
just
we
want
getting
to
more maps too, or
I don't think they've announced.
probably eventually.
I would assume with
Yeah,
the launch of the game, we'll see a couple more.
I
But
just want to play Slayer and Oddball and SWAT. I don't want to play Capture the Flag. I don't want to
I
Slayer
hate-
Pro is what I want to play.
Slayer Pro.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play
No radar,
Stockpile.
starts.
I don't want to play Strongholds. I don't want to play any of that bullshit. Just give me Slayer. Give me SWAT.
I fucking hate Stronghold.
It's awful.
it's
it's
a
terrible.
mode sucks.
Especially on Arena.
It's too
The-
gameable.
just fucking. It's awful.
Yeah,
it's
it
terrible.
sucks.
4v4s. You get stuck with 2 idiots on your team. You're
No
fucked.
one goes
You
for the
lose.
goddamn thing.
No.
They
You
just
have
sit in
a
the back
squad,
and they
period,
just
you're
throw
fucked.
grenades at it, and
Yeah.
it's like
If you don't have 4
somebody
players,
pick
even
up the skull? Oh, go fuck myself.
with the vipers.
With the vipers.
It's that's my gripes.
I got one.
But yeah, let's hear you.
Grind
Ben.
your gears.
No, I mean, I said the AR. Apparently, that's not. I'm alone on that. But the Warthog, I fucking don't like how it's on ice skates.
Yeah.
Everything about
Slide.
it's slippy, slidey, and it fucking tips over every second.
Yeah.
You hit a tree and it slides and it hits the
driving a
tree
fucking
and rolls
racer.
over. It's just a piece of shit. All the vehicles are too fucking weak.
Yeah.
I really think
they are all
it used
too
to
weak.
be.
They go down no problem. It used to be
Yeah,
if you had a
target the
vehicle,
driver. That was the key to the.
The reason
fucking-
that they're weak is because you don't have lock on now on rockets. So if they
Oh,
made
that's
them stronger, it would be really hard to get somebody out
Just
of
a
the vehicle.
hint. I mean, yeah, believe me, I don't want to deal with constant Warthog, but
You don't
it
wanna
used to
deal
be a
with that.
threat. When you had a fucking Warthog
It's still a
out,
threat. You just have to be fucking skilled with it.
the gun's a little, I would say too. I
TTK
would-
on the gun is a little low.
So the
Yeah.
slip and slidey ice rink bullshit
yeah,
and
I
the
agree with
gun
that.
just a bit. Keep it weak then if you're gonna improve
Improve the
that
handling.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you improve the handling and the tip over,
Yeah.
and
At least we can get to our targets in time and
Yeah.
yeah,
slide all
it's
over the
just
place.
like it's too. You're not driving in the dirt.
It becomes
you're
more
driving on ice all
It
the
needs
time.
to be more skill based than luck based. Basically, is what it's come
Absolutely.
down to. Because the
My
Warthog-
Warthog.
favorite
to
thing.
see you
Wheelman's
again.
my go-to thing. I don't mind being the assist guy.
Yeah.
I need to
Wheelman.
lead the boards. I love that. That's my favorite.
The Warthog
Fucking
in
love.
Halo 3 and Reach was fine, but
Awesome.
great. But
Sucked in 4, sucked in 5.
Yeah,
They changed it. They
and-
made it electric. I was like, what?
It's electric.
It's got gasoline tanks on the fucking thing. What do you mean?
Oh,
Like,
the plasma pistol too.
Oh,
That's
wait, no, that
fucking
was the
useless,
thing.
by the way.
It
Fuck
was
that
a-
thing.
it
Does
was
the
electric.
plasma pistol now not
It doesn't-
stop the vehicle?
Nope.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
only
right?
those
I-
grenades do. Those
Disruptor
electric-
pistol is the only one that stops the vehicles. or the
Disruptor
shot
pistol,
rifle.
and the
Yeah.
disruptor
Doesn't make
pistol.
sense.
The disruptor pistol is a million times better than the plasma pistol.
We should do a tier list, like at some point, since we talk about Halo in every episode.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Let's
this
just come
is
together and
ongoing.
maybe do like an off video. Maybe we'll put up a tier list right here for you at some point.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Like grading them.
Yeah, S, A, B, C.
Shit, anymore.
Why don't we do it after the campaign launches too? Because we'll have
Yeah,
a
we'll see
better
what the
idea
tweaks
of
are.
what the tweaks
Oh,
are,
can't
and then
wait. Can I
And
go
I'll
home
probably
now and
use
play it?
more weapons in the campaign than I do online.
look forward to it in the new year.
Jesus, we're already there.
Yeah.
Rob, what would you change except for getting better?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Like I
I
said,
know. Hey, I kid.
I'd like to see more map options. You know, I feel like we played like the same 4 or 5 maps, and like that's it.
I get
I'm
that.
getting like kind of tired of them.
Yeah.
I'd like a little more
Variant.
variety.
The one with the big gun in the middle. I forgot what that's called. The map at night. Big team.
Mhm.
That one. I fucking hate that one. I can't stand it.
If we get a fucking
outdoor
another
one that
capture
was
the
like
flag
indoor?
on Bazaar again, I swear to fucking God. Capture the flag on Bazaar
on
is like
Bazaar.
always
That's great.
that fucking level.
Great.
I love Bazaar.
I like the
That's
close.
great.
I
Bazaar
love
is
the
my
close
favorite
range.
map.
They use
Big
capture the
team.
flag on Bazaar as one of the esports like qualifiers. That's an esports qualifier.
Definitely.
Then we
'cause
would. We
It's a
did
tough
pretty well
map
with
to
that.
play
We always
capture
do
on.
well on that.
Yeah.
It's funny. I noticed like maybe why I don't like Battle Royale. Because there's so much fucking downtime and
Yeah.
running and gathering. So even in big team battle, I've noticed that happening a lot. Like I'll get kind of distracted and bored. Whereas in the more arena style,
You're focused.
Tight.
You have a mission.
yeah, I'm like we're gunning for whatever
Yeah.
50 kills. We're gunning for the flag.
Yeah.
When it's just unless we had 8v8 and then we had the whole squad. It was all of us, right? It's 16 player right now.
12.
Oh, it's
12v12.
12v12. Like if we had a sizable squad, I could see it being more fun because you could have more coordination. But when we're like 3 and 4, you're just scattered all over hell. You're over there, I'm over here. Me
It
and you
doesn't
getting
even
the
always put you in
warthog.
the same fire team.
Yeah, that why doesn't it do that? That makes no fucking sense.
Awful.
Everyone, we're in the same party. We should all be in the same fire squad.
It's one step forward, 2 steps back. That's my.
I disagree with that. I think it's like 3 steps forward, maybe 1 step back. I
From
think
something
that's-
like Halo 5,
They're
it's
doing
a
great job.
leap.
from
It's-
Halo 5.
yeah,
but
it's
the
a-
but
the bar.
changes they're making in Infinite now is they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
It changes. It's been 8 days.
No,
How many
but
days has it been?
think about the amount of
17
changes
days.
they've been trying to
Came out on
fire
the
out though
15th.
in 8
I
days.
appreciate,
though.
I respect them even trying in like the time, like having the studio be responsive and be listening.
It's good,
At least
yeah.
there's something. Like
It's good.
You're talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, no, we hear you.
And
They
it's
even
also still a
said,
beta. Like,
yeah, we're in
Yeah.
the early time. So no, but you're right. I did read like, you need to criticize this.
Yeah.
You need to say these things because they need to hear this shit.
You want it to
Like,
succeed.
You want it to get better.
Like-
we all are definitely rooting for
Call of Duty and Battlefield are way gone. Like they are
Suck.
they are fucking garbage. They
I
have
haven't
not
touched Vanguard since Halo came
No.
out.
exactly.
over.
Halo,
Gaming's dead.
you know,
You also
Halo
got to think
Disrespect killed it.
you play a Call of Duty game every year. You play a Battlefield game maybe every other year.
Like you said last
comes
time.
Yeah, Halo comes around once every 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
and you're gonna play it for the next 4 or 5 years. So
You want it to succeed, and you know that's why I think the criticism is good because we want it to be the best game it can be. Whereas you know we kind of hope in many ways Call of Duty fucking sucks every year because we don't want people to buy it anymore. Whereas Halo, it's like it comes out like, you know, 343. Please, like get it fucking right. Like
Yeah, there's nothing worse
EA
than, oh, we'll fix
Sports
it
really
next time.
proves that no matter how shitty a game is,
EA
it's just gonna keep
sucks.
regurgitating it
Yeah.
over and over.
I held off
unfortunately.
on buying it. I have like Madden 17 for my like PS4.
I wouldn't even
I
download
still
it for
play
free
it.
if it was like part of the
It was-
PlayStation shit.
Yeah, the 2022 was 50% off Black Friday, and I was still like,
I didn't get it.
I don't.
yeah.
What am I gonna get out of this? It's gonna feel like the same game.
Play 21 on.
I only want the updated roster because I want some of the newer Green Bay Packer guys, but I still didn't buy it though. I still held off. So yeah, annual games, you're out.
Well, speaking of like aims and all the stuff that we're playing, I mean Halo aside, it comes out in a few days. Would clearly be my game of the year.
Yeah,
But we do have a list of what's on the Game of the Year.
Game Awards is coming
Game
up
Awards
next week.
is coming up. So, want to go ahead and read us off what they have slated for?
Absolutely.
Good old Jeff.
Game of the Year right now is Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Metroid Dread, Deathloop, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh God.
It's a pretty poor list.
That just shows the
Fuck
year
Bethesda.
we've been
Year
having.
we've had, yeah.
It's
For me, like Resident Evil
God
Village.
forgive me. I
is
want them
my
to like
game
their
of the year.
games.
and I don't think it's a reflection
Deathloop was a
on.
great game.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Deathloop was a great game.
You got
It was
piss in your
original.
balls,
It's
sweet.
the only game on the PlayStation 5 that I
No
deleted
way.
halfway through. Sorry.
That game is like the epitome of just awful gameplay loop. It is the same fucking thing.
Absolutely not.
Endlessly.
You played it wrong.
They should have called it
You didn't
Agita
play
the
it.
game. It just keeps repeating and repeating.
I can't think of anyone that played it after the first week, honestly. Except
looking
for
at
you, apparently.
Little Joe.
Yeah, my cousin
Joe's
platinumed it.
cousin also agrees it was a phenomenal game.
Yes,
so
he
his
would.
opinion is highly
Joe,
respected.
we
He
need a
also
comment.
loves
Hit us with a
Bethesda
comment
games,
below.
so like
Bootlicker.
Well, but it's not.
Oof.
It's not Bethesda
Not
even
that
really.
deep.
It's arcade.
My cousin's a
likes
better
those
gamer
games.
than all of us here, so yeah, hands down, he'll.
he's
Yeah.
got twice as many platinums as I
Alright,
do.
I respect
Not even
it.
platinums. I would say
I
Joe
just-
is probably the best gamer here. Period.
Fuck
Bethesda.
that. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, Joe.
Wow. Wow.
He's listening.
Skyrim.
He just started
He's
laughing.
gonna
If
crush
you're a
it.
think
big
it,
fan
you
of
know,
Bethesda
between his
games,
multiplayer
fuck
Platinum
you.
in the game does not
Yeah, but his
equal being
multiplayer
better.
skills, his a bit before platinums, you knew he would.
Platinum in game. He doesn't
He'd
have
peel
the
a la-
empire I have on Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption or Elder Scrolls.
goes, we're back
It's
to
all
that.
subjective. Joe, no, you're calling Joe the greatest gamer of all time. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Joe.
he's
If you're
in this
listening, you
room.
son of a
this
bitch.
room.
You stole half my kills.
He's a
just
pretty
like
good
McMahon.
one.
You're-
Well, we were on equal skill level with Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
When we were going through the
You guys were
fucking,
tearing ass through that.
we were SEAL Team Yao. That's what we call ourselves. SEAL Team Yao.
Shout out, Yao.
We were just going in.
The first time I ever played a game
Yao
with
watches.
Little Joe.
Yao's out there. Shout out to Yao.
Shout out to Yao.
Yao.
Can I say the first
can I
time I
get the
played a
Yao?
game with Little Joe,
The Yao.
it was Halo.
Yao in real
And
life.
literally, I saw Joe running up a hill, and the bullets just went around him. Like he
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
right out in the middle of the
Joe was like
gunfire.
fucking Neo.
No,
He's
he
like-
didn't even move. It wasn't
Yeah.
Neo. He didn't
No, yeah,
move.
yeah.
The bullets just like
Yeah, they
fucking
couldn't even touch him. They were
zoom,
scared of
like,
him.
Went
They were
around
scared. They
him.
were
Gonna
like,
hype
"Oh
up
fuck,
Joe on
it's
this show
Joe."
now.
He didn't fucking.
Sorry, got off. on a tear
Based
there.
on the game of the year, though, your pick is Resident Evil Village.
We're talking
Yeah.
about game of the year.
Oh yeah, game of the
What's
year.
your game of the year pick?
Resident
Sue?
Evil Village for sure, 100%.
Resident-
list, yeah.
Joe, you're saying Resident Evil Village?
Yeah, it's no contest.
Well, I'm gonna go with Resident Evil Village as well. That was it was a great game. I do wish, you know, I haven't replayed it. You know, I did replay it once maybe, but I can't. You know, it doesn't have the replayability that I
I
necessarily.
got
would
S rank
want.
on Nightmare, so
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think out of all the games on the list, I did love Deathloop. You guys didn't play it
or
enough.
Village mode is what it's
They
called.
never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Yeah, Village.
What do you think is gonna win? I feel like we should take our
Village.
favorites, and what do you think will win? I disagree. Yeah.
What do you think is gonna win?
Village.
I know it's gonna win.
What do
Okay.
you think's gonna win?
It Takes Two.
Yeah.
What
Definitely.
the fuck is that?
That's my pick, and that's my favorite.
See, I haven't even
it's
heard
a-
of
My
it.
favorite
I
and
actually
who's gonna
played
win.
that one.
It's a co-op. Like Rob, you explain. You played it.
Besides Deathloop, that's the only other game that I played.
It's a
on that
co-op
list.
adventure
You
game.
didn't play. You played Ratchet and Clank. What the fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's
You
right.
platinumed
Ratchet and
it.
Clank is on there. I didn't know.
Game of the year, though, like
That was a really good one. Though.
I
love
Ratchet
that
and Clank
game.
was
That was fun.
excellent. I did
I'm
get the
sure it's
platinum.
fine, but it's not Game of the Year quality, you know.
It takes
The
two.
only-
No, Ratchet and Clank. It Takes Two is Game of the Year quality. 100%.
I've
Ratchet
never even
and-
fucking
Ratchet and
heard of
Clank
it.
is-
It's gonna win Game of the Year. Fuck
Oh,
that.
wake the fuck up and look up. It's literally
popular. It's a
everywhere.
big game.
It Takes Two is a really
PC,
charming
Every
game.
platform.
Oh, it is on everything.
I'm
It's
pretty
a really
sure.
charming game. It forces you to play co-op. It's a co-op puzzle game.
Yeah.
Premises that like
It's
there's a
original
couple
IP.
that's like breaking up essentially. They have a little girl that kind of like wishes that they would fix their relationship. They get turned into dolls, and they're forced to work together to get back to become humans and stuff. So like one guy will have the ability, and then the other one will have a different one, and they have to coordinate those abilities to get through various types of puzzles and stuff.
Gotcha.
I played it with my buddy Mark. Shout out to McNucks, and we beat that game together. But that was a lot of fun.
It's a fun art style. It's a fun.
It's a visually stunning
yeah,
game,
it's very
despite
unique.
being cartoony.
It is unique. Yeah,
Yeah.
unique is the
That
best.
wins.
It is
That
fun.
wins
It's a
game of the
good original IP, which is something we haven't seen.
Yeah, it's
we've
not
been
a
talking about
remake
that.
of something.
Yeah.
It's a brand new idea.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Nobody's
with that.
ever made
It's on
anything
Game
like
Pass
it.
if you want to play it, Vin. We'll play it.
It's excellent, and that's how we
check it
played it.
out.
We played it on
Yeah,
Game Pass.
it's-
We didn't buy that.
You know, and it's especially like it made for a lot of good content from a lot of streamers too. Because you put two streamers together trying to play
hilarious.
a fucking puzzle game, it's like it's hell.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of them,
It's very frustrating.
It's a beautiful game. The story is, I mean, it's very like. It's meant to like be sappy and emotional, and it didn't really like. There were some moments where I was like,
There's some dark shit too.
when
yo.
they
the
tear,
elephant.
yeah,
Oh, come on.
the elephant. That was
That was some
brutal.
dark shit.
That was brutal. I couldn't believe they included that.
I felt terrible playing the game. Like,
All
what
right,
am
you
I
want to talk
doing?
about dark shit? In Resident Evil, you got a fucking baby slug, Jabba the Hutt, that fucking chases you down the hallway screaming at you.
Oh.
You mean to tell me that this game is better than
amazing.
Resident Evil? Get the fuck
That
out
You
of
have
here.
to-
fucking
you have to
amazing.
play it.
So-
That was amazing.
I
That
didn't
was
play it.
incredible.
no, I'm
With-
saying Sweet would have to
with-
play.
You need to play Resident Evil Village,
The,
bro.
Come on,
the scene in
Joe.
It Takes
Talk about
Two
Resident Evil here.
is.
It's amazing.
See, my problem is I'll
What's
let
great
Lady
about Resident Evil?
Demetress sit on
I'm
my
the
face.
best.
Can you
Yeah.
describe?
Watch me, mama.
Can you describe the elephant scene? Just to.
Oh, so it's brutal. So basically, to get the girl's attention and let them know that her parents basically got turned into dolls, they take her favorite stuffed animal, which is like a stuffed like elephant that's like super sweet, and like you like rip her and like
Mutilate.
rip her arms and legs off, so that like she's all damaged and like the kid will notice that something happened.
Wow, that seems
Yeah,
like
it's, and the elephant's like crying like, "Why are you doing this to me?" Like I was just like,
The elephant's
what
sentient.
Fuck
It's
is happening?
it's disturbing.
Okay.
Why am I doing this? Like it's like, and then
Memorable.
the girl's crying because what
You're ripping
happened
the
to
doll
you?
apart.
And they're like, "Oh, we gotta drink her tears. We gotta drink her
oh,
tears."
they needed her tears.
Yeah.
That's why they needed her to cry.
Resident Evil
okay.
Village for me was
Ripped
in the
her
top
favorite
3
thing.
It was great. It was a great
all
game.
Resident
Definitely.
Evils?
all-time
It was-
Resident Evil games.
Village was a great game. Don't get me wrong. I like it was a very I don't know. I don't have a lot of feelings about Resident Evil, but it was a solid title. That's what I'll
Sexy
describe it
ass
as.
vampires.
Solid.
I mean, let's be honest.
It was
they
a
internet
very good
by
Resident
Fucking
Evil.
amazing.
Lady dump truck
lady,
esque.
what's it called?
storm. What's that?
Lady
Demonstrix.
Lady yeah.
I saw someone
Lady
at Comic Con who was dressed up as
Oh,
her. Phenomenal work that she did. She had a cameraman following her, and there was a video that she took on Instagram, not Instagram, YouTube. I'll find it eventually, but it's like she's like chasing the cameraman around Comic Con, and the I think Ethan is his name. Ethan. It's meant to be like Ethan's POV at Comic Con, so you see he's got like a gun out like this, and she's just chasing him down the halls of Comic Con. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
See, I wouldn't run away. That's my problem. I would never be able to win that game.
Embrace.
Like,
The
I'm just
common-
gonna stay here in the room with her.
I feel like I played a little
And
bit.
I saw the cinematics of the
Fucking
entire game. So I
Death
know-
by Snoo Snoo. There
what
you go.
Anxiety
What
would be
you
the
look
word I would use to describe that game at times. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're just constantly you're under the pressure of being chased. So it was Nemesis in the 3 remake and in 2. They did it in 2, 3.
X.
Yeah, and then now they did it with
Yeah.
Village, and it's like, okay, like I get it, but I don't always want that. I don't want to be constant. Like I want to explore. We talked about that
You
before.
can.
Yeah, without fucking her
You can.
fucking
trick her
ducking
up and
through
you-
the door,
you can-
scaring the shit out of
The
me.
Heisenberg fight was a little lackluster. I felt.
Heisenberg fight was awesome.
I thought it was a little lackluster, but the I have a fucking pea brain. The guy that sells the products to you out of the cart.
The fat dude.
Yeah, fat dude. What was his name?
I thought that was funny.
Wasn't it
You
just
do
like
meet
the
him, it was
collector
clever.
or something like
Collector.
that?
He had. It was a very like. It was like the Baron or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was the.
Not like
Baron.
I like
Resident
the
Evil 4.
presentation of Resident Evil.
selling? What are you buying, stranger?
The
got items to sell.
the fat guy, whatever his name is, he fucking killed it. I think he had the best performance of Resident Evil Village. He was so creepy,
I love
charismatic.
that fucking game. I want to play it now. That's how much I love that game.
Joe, you said you rank it number 1?
In the top 3 of all-time Resident Evil games, I would put it in the top 3.
Along with what, 2 and 3? Or
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yeah, me too.
So what about you, Vin? What was your choice?
We're gonna pretend like this is like one solid take.
They don't know.
They
don't know that.
Hey,
No,
I owe you
seriously,
a
though.
sometimes
They don't have to
one.
know about our bladder. They don't have to.
Hey,
you
you
know.
gotta get a bathroom break.
That's
What
our
are you gonna
fucking
get?
business.
What are you gonna do? No, I mean, again, I only played one game off the list, which, I played 2. Ratchet and Clank, and I played a little bit of Villages, but I don't know. It's hard to say Ratchet and Clank being Game of the Year. I feel like it's a shit list.
Yeah, but what about off that list?
off that list. I finished Ghost of Tsushima on my PS5, but
Didn't
that
come out
was
this
Game of
year.
the Year last year. This year sucked.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way you could have came out with all the great titles this year, because this was supposed to be the year for potentially God of War Ragnarok and all those other ones. I did enjoy playing Ratchet and Clank, though. It was an awesome title. It definitely showed off the power of the PS5 and the controller. Every gun had a unique firing, and then it had an alternate version that also had like a unique firing feedback. The styling, of course, it looks like an anime. It looks like a cartoon. It plays like that as well. It's not that the cutscenes are better than the gameplay. It's basically seamless.
It's pretty cohesive.
So I would recommend that game. It's tough. You know, it's $60. It's tough. The replayability. I did play it twice because that was part of the platinum. I had to get all the enhanced guns that are only available in the hardest mode.
You can get like immediately.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like if you do your job in the first run. I ended up getting the platinum on that as well.
Yeah, I
do
didn't even
agree
have to
with it.
finish the second playthrough to actually get
No,
the platinum.
like I literally like finished the beginning sequence, and you can actually farm. There's like I found a glitch where like the first boss that you fight during that like parade shit, like you need to get so many hits with each type of gun, so you can just keep firing him until he's almost dead, and then jump off the map and die and start the fight over. But all the shit that you
points
did
carry over.
carries over. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
That's
it's a
how I
nice
did
little way to cheat the system.
It was a cool story. It had the multiverse elements to it. It was, the kind of male and female Ratchet and Clank, and the other robot kind of switched universes, and then they come to meet each other at the end.
That's cool.
Anyway, it was cool. I would say Game of the Year. That's tough. I don't. This year's kind of another wash year. It
Takes
just
Two?
doesn't. It Takes Two. I didn't play.
He got two.
I should have tried it out.
He got two.
But I'm just gonna pick the game that I played because that's Ratchet and Clank that I played it, so I could say go ahead, Game of the Year.
Fucking A.
Rob, how about you?
If I have to, I'm not gonna pick from the list. I'm gonna say that Far Cry 6
There we
was
go.
better than like any game that was on this list.
That's a good
and
point.
I enjoyed like It Takes Two. I thought it was an excellent game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worthy of Game of the Year? I don't know. But then
tough.
it's also Game of the Year and a game of lackluster titles.
Yeah,
Really.
it's a really shallow.
But Far Cry 6 delivered in both story, gameplay. I played the shit out of it, got the platinum on that one, and when I go for a platinum, it means I'm enjoying the game.
Definitely.
And it's not a this year game, but I've been enjoying Immortals Phoenix Rising. That's a fun little Ubisoft title, kind of like a Breath of the Wild style game, based around the Greek mythology, which is pretty cool.
Now that you say it, though, can I amend my answer?
Sure.
My Game of the Year would have been Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Kena
Is a fucking super well done game. It does feel like a prologue more than a fully hashed out game, so maybe that's not why it would be on the Game of the Year list. But the quality of that game, the puzzles, some of the of course the graphics and the Pixar level. That studio did a lot of animation before they ever dove into games. Now this is their first gaming title. They already said they're ready to do the next one or whatever. I don't know if it's a continuation, but I'm actually surprised we haven't heard about like a Sony acquisition. It seems to be the next studio that'll probably get bought up by Microsoft or Sony.
Eventually.
So yeah, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Game of the Year, play it.
And I do have to check that one out.
I highly recommend.
I'm
No,
definitely.
you got to
going
play Resident Evil Village first, Rob.
No, absolutely not. I don't know. Like I said, I saw all the cutscenes. I know the story. It's nice.
Anything but Deathloop, basically.
Anything but Deathloop. Chris is just
Yeah, I tried
pissed.
Deathloop. It's a sin because I keep wanting to like Bethesda games because the premise of them is always promising. Oh, Skyrim, this looks nice. Yeah, it's 4 hours in the middle of a fucking winter tundra later.
Which
my
way am I
fucking
supposed to
follower
go?
keeps goddamn dying. Oh, look, a Yeti just fucking ass raped me 3 seconds into the fucking game. I don't need this shit. I want to play this
Sounds
game because I
stressful.
want to enjoy myself. When I get lost in video games,
over.
it's just nothing pisses me off more.
It's like ADD. If the game doesn't have a
hate
clear objective,
Give me a fucking quest helper. Give me some kind of like a marker on the fucking map.
Go here
Where
now.
the fuck do I go? Oh, that's nice. I can say a word and blast it for fucking half across
But
the
you can
continent.
go anywhere.
What the fuck do I do with that?
You can go anywhere and do anything.
Oh, go downstairs and make nice with the fucking witch lady. Oh, go over here. Poison this motherfucker. Stab this cocksucker. Take this key. Go fuck yourself. Your sister kissed his ass. I'm done with that goddamn. And every fucking game is the same shit. Visually, great. The gameplay, fucking trash.
This guy fucking gets it.
Hey,
Fuck
I
yeah.
can't do it. Oh, look, I stole a fork, and now the whole fucking village wants to kill me.
you.
Get the fuck out of here.
They do want to kill you. That's true.
It's insane.
That always got me. I'd either get lost or I would be
Not for
wanted
nothing.
in
There
a
was
village.
one quest line, and granted, this is like a long time ago that I played this last. You have this lady that's following you around. I don't know. Maybe she's half Thor Bjornson's fucking lost sister because she carries every fucking thing you ever had. You get over encumbered, but this bitch can carry everything. So she's following me around everywhere, and I have to do some quest line where I have to talk to this fucking prick of a wizard. He's in the middle of a village. Some shit, some like big city, right?
That escalated quickly.
And he's gotta let me into the fucking archive or some shit to get some bullshit for some other asshole. Who the fuck even knows what the setup was?
Maesters? Is there a
I
Maester?
don't know who the fuck it was. The Maester
Maester
Babies, I don't know who the fuck they were. So
There you go.
Fuck them.
this guy won't listen to anything I'm telling. I'm like trying to convince him. I'm trying to use like persuasion. I'm trying to use bribery. This prick
Force,
won't
brute
give me
force
what
threats.
the fuck I need for this goddamn quest line. I'm not used to quest fighting back. Like I just want to fucking do it. When it was fucking World of Warcraft. Oh, he has a question mark. This is the guy I need to talk to. He doesn't fight me. It's like okay, all right, I'll move on
Here's
with my
the item
life.
that you need to go back.
No, this motherfucker. No. So I kill this prick and take the fucking key. Now the whole goddamn town's coming after my ass, and it wouldn't be a problem because I just jump in the fucking water and swim away. But they keep killing this cocksucking woman that keeps following me around. And I'm gonna lose all my fucking loot. I'm blue in the face. This is 4 hours into the goddamn game. I'd have a fucking aneurysm if I played it 20 hours and had to fucking undo it. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Bethesda, you're out. Bethesda is out.
Fuck you, Bethesda. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're very nice people and you try very hard to make your games, but I can't fucking like them to save my goddamn life.
Beast.
I rest my case.
That was rant of the year right there.
That's
Holy
one in the highlight
shit.
reel. That's the show trailer right
If
there.
we ever have like after like a year of doing this, like a recollection or an award show for ourselves, that's rant of the year right there. That's rant of the year.
But yeah, I would say Far Cry 6 is my top game. If I have a prediction for the game, they like them artsy-fartsy games like It Takes Two. And I'm not taking away from the game because I did beat it with my friend Mark. It was a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
You know, it got me fucking streaming because I'm the worst consistent fucking streamer that ever lived.
The most inconsistent
I'm like
streamer
Dr.
on
Respect. I'm like, I don't know if I'm the opposite of whatever he does.
Nurse Betty.
Oh boy. Well, I got something else for you to rant about now.
Oh,
my
wow.
guy.
Here we go. What grinds your gears now?
What grinds your gears? If anyone had any doubt about the fact that these cocksuckers, fucking D&D, these cocksuckers, Benioff and Dickhead, did not ruin Game of Thrones, we now have indisputable proof of the fact that Game of Thrones was ruined, shat on, destroyed because of them solely. No one else.
Chris is just fucking
Solely them.
Can we get a Chris
They
rant
ruined-
right after a Rob?
They ruined the whole thing.
And Chris, go!
And Chris. No, so I think what Zach is alluding to here is the fact that
Yes.
it was published that George Martin was flying back and forth to New York City probably twice or three times, honestly, because George Martin doesn't seem to be the most, like, energetic of all the people alive.
It's like a Snorlax. You play the flute and he writes through 2 pages and then goes back to sleep for a year.
But George R.R. Martin wanted to extend and wanted HBO to basically almost guarantee that Game of Thrones would have been a 10-season, 10-episode series because he felt that there was enough content and that it would be the most entertaining and enjoyable way to experience the story. I've been saying that for years. I said at least every season should have been 10 episodes. I don't know. I mean, definitely based on the first seasons, yeah, you could have easily broken the last season into 2 seasons or just done a 10-episode season.
I wish
alone.
they could retcon shit and just start over.
Well, it
Thanos
seems
snap,
inevitable.
what happened?
It
Like, can we do that with Star Wars Disney too?
Oh, God.
I want to
It's
hear.
already-
I
it's
honestly
already
need
happening.
to hear what Chris has to say because
I
I
wanna
know
hear
he's
about
over
Star
there.
Wars
He had to
Disney.
hear Star Wars get ripped, and now Game of Thrones.
Rant of the year, too.
Oh, what's he got?
Oh,
He's got it in
boy.
his pocket.
The researcher.
Pulling out. Oh, okay.
I'm not reaching for anything.
Duck!
I was gonna say.
Duck. I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. Fuck you guys. No,
I'm not gonna duck. You could just do it. You can't miss. Come on, Chris.
What I'd say is that what I don't like is when people say that, you know, when people, I just, you know, Benioff and Weiss didn't ruin George R.R. Martin's work. All right, that's my whole thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The books are still fucking good.
Yes.
If you're gonna say that the show ruined everything,
Yeah.
you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah,
You're a fucking pussy.
it's over dramatic.
The books are still fucking good. The books
We
were
don't even
always
have-
fucking better. And every time the book people,
There he goes.
Yes.
every
Here we
time
go.
the book people
He's
try to
off.
say- No, I want to say something because you know, fuck Joe Rogan. He made a joke about this.
Oh, wow.
Every time the book people say, "Oh, the books are better," all these other people would be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear about it." You know,
Yeah.
it was a whole joke. Haha, shut the fuck up. We know you read the books. Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah,
But guess
it's,
what?
anti-intellectualism.
Now, the show sucks. You jerked off on it like a fucking tissue and threw it away in the fucking garbage.
Kyle.
All right? But, you know,
I hope you have
Even
that.
worse, you missed the garbage and now it's behind the pail and you don't want to touch it.
That's the show.
my whole point though
Show
is
stinks.
that, you know,
The show
books are
fucks.
still good. This is nothing new. George R.R. Martin has already been on the record as saying, "Well, I think that there's enough material in the books."
Is that how he talks?
Now you're mocking him,
No,
man. Mocking the
that's-
book writer.
The
Right?
self-proclaimed Game of Thrones
I love George
superfan is
R.R.
mocking the creator.
Making fun of
Headlines
George
right
Lucas.
there.
I'm imitating greatness, all right? That's how he talks.
I would say this.
He said that there's enough material. He said this
There will
years
be
ago,
when he finishes the fucking books.
But he said already
might be
on
dead yet.
record that there's enough
Am I dead yet?
material for 10 seasons or 100 episodes or whatever it may be. So
I would have took
100.
100.
It's not news.
Would have took 100 episodes easy.
But it's
Would you
confirmed.
not have watched 100 episodes of Game of
We all
Thrones?
would have.
Oh, hell
at
yes.
the same point,
Hell yes, brother!
They didn't
Sign
want-
me up!
they didn't want to do the fucking show anymore.
What?
It was torture.
What?
Because they're cocksuckers, that's why.
Well, no, here's the thing.
They're fucking
They
filming
wanted
in Iceland
to.
in the fucking freezing cold for
That's a
40
good
weeks
point.
and it's not good enough.
No, that's a good
Iceland's not
point.
cold.
No,
Greenland's
it's not.
cold.
The work,
Well,
the
fucking
the
wherever
end
it was.
result is, you know, the product is what's being judged. Unfortunately, yeah, the work being put in will never be accounted for. That's a good point. They chose the hardest elements to film the show.
Chris, were
to
you actually
make it
happy
the
with
most
that ending?
accurate.
Were you
happy
happy?
with the
Were you
ending?
happy? When
I
you
was
saw it, were
good
you
at-
like, "Wow, this stood up to the very
To
last
all the
second
others, all the
Here's
with
other.
way that-
everything else that happened"?
Here's the way that I looked at it.
We all know
I was
it wasn't.
relieved that certain characters made it. I'm just
You
glad they
can
didn't
like
fucking
something
all
and be
die.
critical of it. You know how much I fucking love Star Wars.
You know how much I love
But I'm
Halo?
still gonna shit the shit
Star
out
Wars?
of fucking Disney Star Wars,
Trash.
with the exception of the Mandalorian, because
And
that comes
hopefully-
from Obi-Wan Filoni.
Correct.
Our only
Yes.
hope.
Yeah,
I'm
our only
sorry.
hope.
Help
No,
us.
I would expect, you know, to your point about
They don't
retconning.
ruin George R. R. Martin's work.
No,
Fuck them.
I agree with
They
that. I
don't
agree.
because it's a separation.
Well, they ruined their own careers because George Martin even said it. Like, I understand they wanted to move on to different things. They had been doing this for a long time. The actors had
I
been
don't
doing
get
it.
why they didn't pass the show off to somebody else.
That-
Say,
that's-
you guys go.
Yeah.
Maybe this giant behemoth.
Yeah, we'll be the
We
show
don't wanna do it
writers,
anymore.
or we'll hire other writers to help us and assist. They should have taken more
Oh,
of
because
an-
they saw dollar signs. Because Disney
Well,
was like,
Disney-
"Ooh, Star
yeah.
Wars." Oh,
Disney and
okay.
Netflix offered them fucking money, and you know, I don't know if that's the exact reason to cut bait and run, but everyone seemed to be getting tired of the grind. Like Kit Harington was on the record of that. Like a lot of those actors were kind of fed up with how you were, the way it was being filmed. But to your point about the retcon thing, I expect by the time we finish these books in the next 20 fucking years, maybe, I would expect in the next 10 to 20 years a retelling, because now you have the technology of The Mandalorian. Now you can film these incredible landscapes and these unbelievable sets without having to go to fucking Iceland, without having to go to these castles. Now that added to the authenticity, and it really did help the show, all of that ambiance and all of those environments. But at a certain point, you have to think about the production of the show. I don't understand how both of those guys read those books, read the first 5, and then all of a sudden didn't realize that you might get sick of fucking producing this thing. You knew when you read book 1 and it was 500 pages, and book fucking 3 was actually cut into 2 books because it was so long. I'm spitting everywhere. Feast of Crows, and so like they knew what they were getting into, and I feel like that is probably one of the more disappointing parts, where it's like you knew what you signed up for. You lobbied George Martin because George Martin did not want this made into a TV show or a fucking movie because he came
smart.
from TV writing. He was worried that this kind of thing would happen to his creation, and it's his baby. So like, they kind of did cop out. I get that they bit off more than they could chew, but there should have been opportunities to take a 2-year layover, to hire different writers and bring other people in, and try to at least pay the actors so they would stay on board for as long as it took to tell a good story, because I would have watched the living shit out of it, and yeah, it's disappointing when you rewatch it.
All I hear from that in terms of like them being burnt out is, wow, I had to record in Iceland for 40 weeks. Woe is me. You signed up for this. You signed up for this.
Fucking dollars.
You get to go to Iceland for 40 fucking weeks. What do you mean? Woe is me.
What was it?
You have to go to Italy.
Wasn't it dark at 2 o'clock?
It wasn't hard and that they weren't freezing.
It doesn't fucking matter. They chose to do it. They made the choice to film in Iceland.
And that's exactly my point, though, is that I hate that Benioff and Weiss get to ruin all the actors.
I get what you're saying. I don't agree with that.
All of the other work of that show, George R.R. Martin's books, the people that are so fucking toxic that say it all sucks now, go fuck yourself.
And nobody here is disputing that it was a great show before that ending.
But we experienced this because we read the books, and then other people would get interested and then come to you or me and ask about it. And those are the first people who are like, oh, this sucks, everything sucks about it, where they didn't really go back and get as engaged as we were. So I will always give the benefit of the doubt to the story because it's unfinished as far as I'm concerned. What we saw was not the true ending because George Martin said that himself, and I'm sure he watches that and goes, well, that's not how I'm going to end the fucking show. I'm sorry, story. But yeah, we can talk all about it.
The reality of the situation at the end of the day, though, is that
I need a drink.
The show has put a blemish on his work, which is what George feared from day one. No matter how much you respect the story, the storyteller, in George's original creation, it is undeniable that the show and its, history now has put a total blemish on George.
But it also brought the books to a level that they never got to.
It's true. Yes. I would have never read them.
Book sales are through the roof.
Yeah, I would have never read them.
But it's also put a detriment on it.
No, absolutely.
Which,
there's always going to be a little fucking cum stain. This
guy loves cum stains.
Oh my god. This guy loves jerking off. Oh my god.
No, it's just, fuck this. I'm tired of those guys dominating the conversation about something that was otherwise very good.
Yeah, but Chris,
and
you know what?
I just want to say, give them credit because they did a very good job for about 6 fucking seasons or 7
seasons.
You want to say.
Hey, we gave him good credit. We kept him.
Yeah, we kept watching.
And they got fucked without the source material. He said he was going to have the books written by the time that the show got to that.
He thought he was.
He thought that the show was going to go.
It is a testament to poor storytelling on them, though. Like I don't understand how you can be in their position and not be a good storyteller.
It's hard to tell somebody else's story the right way.
Yeah, but
that's unfinished.
That was very much the obvious
Also,
wrong ending.
The Last Jedi doesn't stop me from watching The Mandalorian.
Start.
Right?
No, start.
So here's another example. It's basically confirmed they're going forward with another George Martin story or another Game of Thrones universe. I'm sorry, A Song of Ice and Fire tale, which is the Tales of Dunk and Egg. Chris can definitely tell us a little bit more what that would be about. Who are Dunk and Egg? And I think that story is interesting. It's weird because it's 3 stories that are separate and they're at different times. So go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll tell it kind of quick for Joe because I know Joe's
dying to get out of here.
Fucking dying over here.
1 minute.
He hates getting the eyes.
I'm giving you 1 minute. Go. Go.
Okay.
It takes place about
it's 5 seconds in. It started.
Takes place 100 years before. You have a guy who's just a hedge knight, which is just a poor shit knight. He ends up running into a king's son. He's like the son of a son. Long story short, he becomes a squire.
And Aegon's he's not saying who he is at the time,
in
right?
the very beginning,
Duncan doesn't know who he is.
Sum it up in one story. Fuck you guys in 1 minute. You're talking and yapping.
Well, Aegon is one of the Targaryens.
He's cracking under the pressure.
It's Aegon the Targaryen.
Wait, they're gonna do like a prequel to Game of Thrones?
It's not a.
Haven't they not learned anything about fucking prequels?
It's not a setup.
Stop with the fucking prequels.
As long as we get John Williams.
It's not a prequel.
Jesus Christ.
I can't even get a word.
It's not a setup. It's not a setup for Game of Thrones. It's a completely.
Run the fucking clock over here. No, I mean, it's its own story. He wrote 3 short stories for it already.
Time's up.
It has its own story.
This fucking
It's
guy.
gonna be
It's
good.
it. It's over. You didn't finish
Chris
it in
is
a
gonna
minute.
dive
You
over
guys
this
didn't let
fucking
me
computer.
You didn't finish it in a
You guys
minute.
were yapping the whole
We
time.
gave you a minute. You couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Next time on the break room, Chris loses his shit and comes all over the
Chris
place.
rightfully loses his shit.
Listen,
Now, the
well-
Tales of Duncan Egg are fun
shit.
short stories. Duncan is a knight that protects one of the Targaryens. At the end of the story, it's almost it's kind of assumed almost that both of them are killed,
Well,
but
it's not assumed.
it is what happens in Summerhall or something.
With the tragedy of Summerhall.
I don't want to know.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's 100 years before Game of Thrones.
About 100
Yeah.
years before
So we don't get
And
like
its egg is the brother to the Maester
He's
in the
fourth-born
Night's Watch.
son of a fourth-born son, so they never
So-
would expect.
And
him
it's a
to become
standalone
the
story.
line
You know, so who is the Maester at the Wall in Game of Thrones? I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
Mr. Aemon.
Maester Aemon, that's his brother, right?
Mr.
Egg.
Aemon's brother.
Yeah, when he says egg when he's dying, that's who he's referencing. His brother Aegon,
I thought he went to breakfast.
who was the younger one, and
What
and
about
he
second
becomes
breakfast?
king. Anyway, they're gonna continue to make Game of
course they
Thrones
are.
content. That's
why
kind
we
of the
kept
fucking point. They're gonna continue, and I think there's a lot of good stories to tell. It's a great universe to be in. I think, regardless of how that fucking show ends, I continue to want to go back to it. So similar to Star Wars, I'm not gonna let 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 bad things ruin every other thing, because there's good opportunities for good stories. So I'll watch the shit out of Boba Fett, you know, because it's coming off of, again, Obi-Wan Filoni's kind of brainchild.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're gonna talk a lot more about Star Wars on the next episode. I know we're gonna take a slight break,
Detour.
right? A little detour for
Little
the week.
collector
collector
hunt
tour.
detour.
Yes.
Not toys,
It's toys.
collectibles. No, fuck that.
action figure.
Where? How old?
Sir?
It's collectibles when you're this old. It's not toys.
Yes.
Vintage. We just use the word vintage to make us feel better about
Antiques.
buying fucking.
I'm gonna go home and play with my toys. And
I'm not opening them. That's the difference. I can't open them.
It's like they're all stuck in carbonite over there. It's like,
But yeah, I mean, this
Wrap
was
it up,
fun.
Vin. This is.
I don't know what to say. Don't do that shit. You know I'm not.
Yeah,
Gonna do
you started it.
Hey, everybody.
it's all on you.
What do they want to
where
hear?
can they find
All
this
eyes on
shit
me.
show that was this episode?
This one was all over the place. We could we're clearly playing too much Halo. We're staying up till about 3-4 in the morning before we have work the next day.
Except for me.
I got
Yeah,
2
you have
hours of fucking
class.
sleep last
This guy's on 2 hours.
Because of the
But
bug. You want to talk about the bug real quick? Want to close with the bug? Go ahead,
oh, the
Chris.
bug story.
The
yeah,
bug story.
We
You gotta
can't
close
skip
with
the
the
bug.
Can't
Right.
He
All
almost
right.
got away with
Let's
it.
go.
Put the timer back on and
Yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah. No timers. I want to hear this because we were on the mic when this happened. Me and Joe. We're on the mic and we're hearing this audibly through.
He's screaming he's like, ah!
So sweet. What happened last night? What the hell happened?
So first of all, we stayed up playing Halo. I had to be up at 7:30 in the morning. We stayed up playing Halo till like 1:30, right?
definitely.
1:30. And I'm like, okay, I'll finally be able to go to bed with like 6 hours of sleep. That's not a lot, but I'll survive. And as I'm sitting there talking on the mic to Joe and Vin there, I see in my periphery walking on my bed a fucking tarantula this fucking big. All right, I don't know. This
Was it cricket?
Was this while you were streaming?
I thought it was a
Arizona?
tarantula or
It's
something
like
like
winter
that.
time
I
in
fucking-
New
Couldn't have been no
York.
tarantula.
I turn on the light. I don't know if it's what they call a spider cricket. Look it up. Fucking
Give me
add
a spider
graphic.
cricket right here.
Add a graphic
Zach,
of a
right
fucking
here.
spider
Right
cricket.
there.
And let me tell you, every Google image picture isn't even fucking big enough. All right? This is the biggest fucking bug I've
your hand
ever
out
seen
again.
in my life. I'm not exaggerating.
Hold your hand out again.
Not even fun. No, any man
It's
would
big
be
enough.
afraid of
It's
this
big
fucking
enough.
bug.
It's big enough here.
Any man would be afraid of this bug, all right?
Jeez.
And so I try
I'm not afraid of bugs.
I try to catch it, right? Because I don't want to
I'll kill the shit out of it.
I
I'll
don't
just
want to
fucking.
smush it on my blankets. It's
kill
on my
the shit out of it.
blankets, all right?
I have
want-
enough weapons of lore in my room to dispense of the creature.
It's like, you fucking bug, fuck
You
you!
want me to put the hammer down?
It'd be like killing a small animal. So I tried to catch it, which was stupid.
Small
And it
animals
fucking
die too, Chris.
jumped. And that's what you guys heard me scream, was when it jumped under my desk.
it was
And
great.
then I couldn't find it. I couldn't find where the bug was, and I couldn't sleep at night. So I had to fucking, I'm doing my laundry, I'm throwing all my garbage away because I'm afraid that this bug is gonna fucking just crawl on me when I'm sleeping. And I end up sleeping with the fucking lights on. All right? To keep it out, because the darkness brings it out.
Because the bug's afraid of the light, you know?
And, well, I burnt a stick of incense because I thought maybe the smoke will
And he was
get it
like,
out of
that's
there.
insensitive, you.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and song it on his VOD.
Oh, it might be on there.
It was. I'm just telling you. I hope you never fucking live to see a spider cricket in your house. And this was the daddy of all spider crickets. I think that's what it was.
Were you
He did have a
streaming? Were you
scorpion.
streaming while this happened?
No, it was after the stream.
God damn
I was
it.
about to go.
This
to bed.
motherfucker
Yeah,
doesn't know when to record.
He was just about. He was,
Oh
literally
my
he was just
God.
leaving us. We were saying peace. He
And
goes,
I
what
just
the
missed
fuck
shit.
is that?
And I missed
we were
this
like,
by an
what?
hour because I was in the party, but then I went to bed because I was responsible.
Oh, just to
for it.
close it out, me and Vin are just having a casual conversation about bullshit, and then Chris is like, "I'll be back. I gotta go take care of this," and then you just hear, "Ah!"
It's like fucking Waltz with the horse head in his bed.
All right, well, we are the Break Room Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Links down
we
below.
appreciate all of the support and all the feedback and everybody who's watched and come to us and talked about their favorite moments.
We're not worthy.
Please
We're not
let us know
worthy.
what you're loving, what you think we should be talking about. We like bringing this to you. We're having a great time. So you guys have a great one, and peace out.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.